Another beautiful day. So today we got a comm loss, and it says unit 14, 21, and 26 are down in comm loss. So here's our board. That's our communication terminal. So if we measure there, we should get for Novar, it's a minimum of like 2 volts DC from either one to shield. We'll get our leads on there. We're getting 2.3. Yeah, that's good. Now we're going to take the wires off and see what the board is outputting and make sure we get that output voltage. So we're just going to go through all 3 units and see if we have the right voltage, and then we're going to pull them off and then make sure that the board is outputting the correct voltage, because otherwise they're not going to talk to the Spectrum EP2 controller. So pull those, sure they don't touch. Alright, now we got those off and separated. Let's see if our board is talking. Okay, so this one we still got 2.3 volts DC, so we know this one's good. There's no problems with this one. So we're gonna put this one back together, and then we're gonna rinse and repeat for the next 2. And one of these boards is gonna be bad, I can almost guarantee it. Right, now we're on unit 26, and we're gonna check our voltage. Okay, we got 2.4. This is where it gets deceptive though. A lot of people won't pull these wires off and check the board output, but that's what you have to do. Go in here. Grab our trusty 11-in-1. So that last one only had 1 set of wires, so that was the end of our daisy chain there. Just pull off these pairs. I have a feeling that this one is going to be the one that's not outputting. Oh, it is. Look at that. It's still good. So while I was screwing these back in, look at this. When I push in on this base, it's going out. It changes the light. So this is a bad board. You just push down on the base and it's perfectly fine. Look at that. Somewhere in the back of the board is fucked up or something internal, but that should not happen when you do that. So we're gonna go ahead and replace this board because it is all jacked up. So that's our problem. We got really lucky with that find. Just pushing on it, screwing it back in. All right, we got our new board in and got it all wired up. And the last thing we have to do is just make sure, this is the old module that was bad. We have to make sure this one's addressed for 26 on these dip switches. This one is addressed for 25. So we only need to change 2 dip switches here. So the number 1 position needs to go up. Oop. The number 2 needs to go down. So we got up, down, down, up. We got up, down, down, up. So now we're addressed for unit number 26. I could get into how that works, but it's too complicated for right now. So now we just pop this bad boy on here. Come on. I actually really like these boards. They don't mess up too often. These are like 30 years old and they're just still chugging. They're so simple. You can't really beat them. So I'm just gonna screw this down now, and then we'll flip her on and see if we get a solid red light this time, and we'll press on the board and see if we can duplicate that issue. So we're addressed correctly. We got the new board on there, and just gonna see what happens. Okay, we got our nice red light. Oh, and now when I push over here on this side of the board, look at that, nothing happens. So my guess is one of the pins was damaged on the ETM, on the old one, but that's all this one needed. And whenever these things go bad, or whenever a new store gets new units, this one hasn't for whatever reason. It's got 30-year-old units. They're older than me. But whenever a store gets new ones in the region, we rip these off just for these situations. And yeah, they really don't make them like this anymore. I wish boards were this simple, but you know, all in the sake of efficiency and the bottom line, they go with the new crazy stuff, because there's nothing wrong with this right here. But yeah, so that solved this issue. That should stop taking down this comm loop, the entire daisy chain of these 3 units, and pretty happy with that. So I'll get back to you guys later. All right, it's Saturday morning. I just stitched those videos together. That was a pretty easy call, but that's how you diagnose ETM day and night board from Novar. Pretty easy. You just check your voltage on the comms, and then you pull the wires off. Make sure you have the right output voltage, because if it doesn't have that output voltage, it's receiving data, but it's not transmitting data, so it's gonna bring down your comm loop. So that's all, and I'll see you guys later.